My name's John Lickerman, and I'm a glass artist. Glass art is a second career for me. In the summer of 2001, I became a stay-at-home dad, and around that time I explored and jumped headlong into glass blowing, and it was a wonderful exploration and change for me. And I've transitioned from glass blowing into kiln form glass. About 5 years ago, I was interested in taking my love and experience in working in glass to teenagers. We offer a year-round after-school program, and our classes basically teach students how to work in the glass arts. The studio has been in operation for a dozen years, but the current owner is moving to the West Coast, and I had an opportunity to buy out the studio, and absent that, the studio would close. And we also have one of the very few resident artist programs where adults can come in, pay a studio fee, and work on a consistent basis. Most of the artists have been with the studio for a dozen years, and it's a fairly unique opportunity for adults to do that, where they can go into a professional studio, have access to all of our equipment, and make their own artwork. We want to create an atmosphere and an environment that's supportive, creative, and a community that encourages arts and working with your hands.
It's really fun to be working in a space where it's just everywhere you look there's glass on the wall, whether it's like Frit in the jars or the sheet glass. It's just a really cool studio, and it's nice to look out through the window of Silver Spring.
We've offered dozens of classes and had over 150 kids take our classes, and it's been a lot of fun and very successful.
It's kind of easy to just jump into it. You just take some glass and start cutting it up and seeing what looks good.
Glass is my favorite medium. It's kind of doesn't really matter because you can make something and it can look amazing, or it can look completely terrible and you can cut it up and make it into something else and then that'll look amazing, or cut it up again and again.
It's interesting. It's different than any other kind of art I've ever done in classes and stuff, and it's fun to cut the pieces and get them out.
It's inspiring, but the big thing is that when that glass is put through a kiln, it becomes liquid, and then it becomes a solid again, and there's a lot of variables. We're always learning what's going to go on in that variable, the heat, variety.
It's pretty awesome. We've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
We've gotten bored, so I think that says a lot about the range of stuff you can do with glass. And I've definitely improved over the years.
Our classes are very small. The artwork we do is very one-on-one, very hands-on, and we get to spend a lot of time working with students individually and developing their own aesthetic, learning about the material of glass, experimenting with it, trying new things, and creating. And they get to do an incredible amount of experimenting, testing, and producing some very exciting artwork.
Oh, I made a giraffe and it turned out amazing. It was pretty cool.
I really enjoy making bowls and plates and things like that. Yeah, I use them and then I give them away as gifts.
Some of the glass pieces sort of are collages. I really like the thick project where we had to make 5 different labels. Those were really fun because you had to try to coordinate it.
It requires you to use more of your creativity. I don't know, you have a lot of freedom.
And I'm very excited about building on the success in recent years of those activities and expanding the community focus of the enterprise.